Insurance for when your cookout wasn't far enough out. Sometimes the best intentions go awry. But no matter what comes your way, know that Farm Bureau Insurance is there to help. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
And good morning. Happy Friday. It's a big old Orange Friday, my friends. Are you donning your orange today? Hopefully you are. It's going to be a gorgeous day today and a gorgeous weekend as well. So we're looking at some absolutely beautiful weather to set up shop and roll on into the area. So we'll start you off with a live view there from Anderson County. This is downtown Clinton here this morning, and a great, beautiful orange sunrise. Well, not as orange, but it looks pretty awesome. All ready to get the day started. So hopefully you're having a great morning so far this morning. Really going to turn out to be an absolutely beautiful day and a great weekend as well. All right, so we'll get to work with the forecast here for the day today, and I'll start you off first things first with the almanac from yesterday. We did top out at 83 degrees. I was forecasting 83 degrees yesterday. By the way, good morning, Julie, Christy, Deborah, Eva, Denise, and Krista. Julie says, good morning, go Vols. It's going to be a good weekend. Let's come out with a win, shall we? That's going to be awesome. We got game day going on downtown. I mean, it's just going to be a packed house. Anybody going to the game here this weekend? Anybody going to do any tailgating here this weekend? Let's start you with a 3-day forecast, just taking us all the way through Sunday, okay? We're going to be in the mid-80s. That's average for this time of the year, but a ridge of high pressure will start to build its way on in. Low temperatures will start to come up a little bit, but we're going to be in the upper 50s to low 60s. We have essentially an omega block taking shape around the area. What does that mean? Low pressure to our east and west and high pressure to our south. And so, but this ridge of high pressure will gradually build on in as our trough gradually moves its way on out. So the forecast for the day today, it's going to be gorgeous. 59 now, 76 by noon. Kids heading home from school, we're going to be right around 83. And, well, the good news is even though we had some stray showers that actually popped up yesterday. That took me off a little bit, but I went back to the forecast. I was like, oh, yeah, there's a little bit of instability in the atmosphere. We had just enough low-level moisture to pop off a few of those showers and thunderstorms. But today is not going to be that case. We're going to have abundant sunshine. We may have a few fair weather cumulus clouds, and I think that's going to be the extent of it. That's the story for the day today. High temperatures, as I mentioned, they're going to be nice and average. So a great day ahead of us today. If you have evening plans here tonight, should be a fantastic evening to get out and enjoy, whether that's grilling in the backyard, walking around the neighborhood, hanging out with friends, having friends come in for the game tomorrow, which, by the way, here's your game day forecast, or maybe even heading off to dinner. So if you're heading off doing some early morning tailgating, temperatures are going to be on the cool side, so maybe you need a light jacket for some of you tailgaters, but you can shed those quickly. Grab the sunglasses and grab the sunscreen. Yeah, sun angle is still a little bit on the elevated side. Even though we're losing that sun angle, it's still up there, so you'll get a nice little sunburn if you happen to be out and about. And in the direct sunlight all day tomorrow. 3 o'clock for kickoff, we're at 84. 6 o'clock towards the end of the game, we're going to drop down to 81 degrees. That, my friends, is some perfect late summer, early fall football weather. But it is going to be warm because in the direct sunlight, temperatures are, we haven't had really average weather. So we kind of forget how warm it actually feels around the area. We have to click live on Instagram. There we go. We'll get our Instagram followers to join us. If you're joining on Instagram here this morning, sorry, I just joined it. You may be joining in just a little bit on the late side. All right, ridge of high pressure starts to move its way on in. Our trough is moving its way on out. That's what's going to give us the clear skies in the dry conditions today and tomorrow. However, notice to our north across the Ohio Valley, Indianapolis, Columbus, there's a little piece of energy that's going to wrap around the peripherals of that ridge of high pressure, okay? What does that mean for us? Well, let me show you. So we pick up our timeline Saturday night. Now, while we've been solid and dry, I have added about a 10% chance for a stray shower throughout the day on Sunday, probably Sunday morning. And we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies to start our Sunday. The skies should clear Sunday afternoon. I'm not expecting a lot of rain, but we'll see how this all plays out. I think the air is going to be, we still have a little bit more humidity in the atmosphere, so that could lead to maybe a stray shower. Again, that's going to be Sunday. So today and tomorrow, fantastic. Sunday, I've added a 10%. I don't typically do that, but hey, listen, a little CYB forecast, if you will, just because we've got that disturbance on the way. And what happened yesterday kind of gives us a little bit of a clue on what could potentially come our way. Now, next Wednesday, Thursday, I've added the 20%, but here's the caveat. One model, the American model, doesn't have anything. The European, the other model, has another chance for rain. So it has a low pressure system that's going to get kind of cut off from the upper level pattern and may swing its way on into the area. So we'll see how that all plays out. So make sure you check back in each and every day. As it stands right now, you can see the rain that's associated with that low I was talking about down into North and South Carolina. So how much of that actually gets pushed into our area depends on really which model you're looking at this point of the game. So we have to see some consistency with these models. Once I start to see consistency, we either may take the rain chances out or we may bring them back in. But I just wanted to keep you up to date and say, hey, listen, there is a chance by next Wednesday, Thursday that we could see a little bit of rain. Now, the general idea is we are going to be trending below average, above and beyond the 7-day forecast, average to below average when it comes to precipitation. All right, so let's dive into that all-important 7-day forecast for you here this morning. And again, a fantastic day ahead of us today. Great weekend ahead of us as well. Can't go wrong with that kind of weather. Beautiful weather pattern on the way with warmer temperatures slightly above. Again, an average high for this time of year is now 84. We'll be in the mid to upper 80s Monday, Tuesday, and then back closer to those seasonal averages Wednesday, Thursday, as some clouds may start to creep their way back into the area. But if you look above and beyond the 7-day forecast, the Climate Prediction Center is saying, hey, hold on a second. We may continue to see above average temperatures work into the area. So we are looking at a little bit of warmer weather. Do we continue to hit those 90s? We'll see how it all plays out. We'll get close. We'll definitely get close. Let's say good morning to Gatlinburg and Wares Valley, Townsend, and the Smoky Mountains. That's a live view there from Anakeesta and the Smoky Mountain National Park on the left-hand side of the screen. We've got Gatlinburg on the right-hand side of the screen. Of course, the tram that goes up to Gatlinburg and Ober is on the far right-hand side of the screen. Beautiful start to the day. Can't go wrong with that. There we go. Happy Friday. It's got a nice little ring to it, doesn't it? All right. So let's see. 58 degrees in Morristown this morning. Nice. That feels good. Denise says, go Vols. Good morning. Today is homecoming in DeKalb County. Nice. Good morning, Tom. How are you this morning? What's up, Alex? Robert and Chris are dressed in black for black and gold. There we go. Well, here in East Tennessee, we're dressing in some good old orange. I know there's some rivalry around town. We can still be rivals and still be friends, right? Good morning, Cheryl. How are you this morning? Happy Friday, Lisa and Aaron. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday. Let's get that up there so it doesn't cover up that. Or it's rather Fry-yay, right? By the way, tonight, come out to Imes Nature Center for Movies Under the Stars. Doors open at 7 o'clock here tonight. If you're looking for something to do, got Bud joining us this morning. Good morning, Bud. How are you? It's going to be a beautiful day. Yes, my friend. It's going to be a great Friday. I absolutely love this kind of weather. Oak Ridge, by the way, has a flea market at the Oak Ridge High School parking lot, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. If you're looking for something to do tomorrow, it's before the football game. See? Smart. Get that in before the football game, right? Let's see. Good morning, Joanne. How's it going this morning? You're watching from Harriman with your great-grandchildren, Eli and Joey. Good morning, Eli and Joey. Hoping to get outside and play today. You should definitely get outside and play today. It's going to be fantastic. Good morning, Beverly. I've missed you all. Where have you been? Where have you been, my friend? All right, shall we? Might venture out to get some pumpkin pie donuts. Where are you buying those? Those sound amazing, by the way. Let us know. I know. I'm with you on that one. But hey, listen, average high for this time of year is, we're going to go out to Fort Loudon Dam. How about that? We're going to take you out to Loudon Dam here this morning before we go to those national holidays, because another absolutely a beautiful start to the day. All right, let's take a look at those national holidays here this morning, and then we'll go to do some national weather info. I found the webpage, by the way. I couldn't find it this morning. I was like, where'd that webpage go? Anyways, it's that's not September 11th. Let's clear that out. Let's get September 12th. We have moved on, haven't we? Of course, we're celebrating birthdays and events. A lot of you have put those events already in the chat, so if you're looking for something to do, pretty warning, Fall Rod Run is underway. So if you're heading up to Sevier County, Pigeon Forge, Rod Run, it's going to be incredibly busy here this weekend, but could not have asked for better weather. If you're going to be out there on Sunday, again, probably more cloud coverage, making it feel a little bit more comfortable, but it should be fantastic. Yeah, there we go. Love me some orange. What's up? Everyone say good morning to Vinay. How are you this morning? All right, here we go. National Day of Encouragement. That's a good day. Let's see what it says, shall we? Yes, you can. On September 12th recognizes the National Day of Encouragement each year. This day is dedicated to uplifting people around us and making positive impact. I'm going to give a big shout out to that, especially after what we have going on across our country right now. Absolutely. Let's lift everybody up. Let's not knock anybody down. Let's be encouraging to each other. We're here to help each other out. And it's National Hug and High Five Day. I'm going to tell you something. If you see me in public today, come give me a high five or a hug. I love a hug, and I love a good high five. Ask Vinay. I love a good high five. Or just, go high five your coworkers and be like, yeah, what's up, dog? It's High Five Day. I know not everyone's a hugger. I think I've told you this before. We've got a good friend that was definitely not a hugger. The first time we met, I was like, hey, what's up? She was like, I don't know about these hugs. Now she's a hugger. Awesome. Hugs make you feel good. National Just One Human Family Day. Say what? National Just One Human Family Day on September 12th encourages us to reflect on the human race as a single family who share just one planet. Gosh, today's a great day. Especially after, why did I do that? I meant that one. Especially after what we've been dealing with in our country, right? This is a good day to celebrate, that's for sure. Now, and it's Friday, and it's a football Friday. Definitely a good day to celebrate. It's National Report Medicare Fraud Day. All right, well. Can't stand fraud. Can't stand these criminals who try to steal our stuff. We're hardworking human beings, and they are working hard to try to steal our stuff. If they put as much time and energy as being criminals and fraud and all these things just to be a good person, don't you think this world would be such a better place? I do. It's National Video Games Day. There we go. Let's see what that says about video games. I don't play video games anymore. Every once in a while, I'll sit down and play with my kids. But on September 12th, National Video Games celebrates all the ways we enjoy good video games and a good challenge. Let's see. On July 25th, 1983, Walter Day and the Twin Galaxies Interactive Scoreboard out of Iowa founded the United States National Video Game Team. Their early games used interactive electronics devices with various display formats. See if it says anything about the video games. The Nimrod computer other early examples include the Nimrod computer at the Festival of Britain in 1951. OXO, a tic-tac-toe computer game by Alexander in 1952. Tennis for Two in 1958. Space War in 1961. Nintendo was like, what, 1980s? Let's see. Say anything about Nintendo? I'm a Nintendo guy. Atari and Nintendo for sure. And it's National Chocolate Milkshake Day. Go splurge today. Go grab some lunch and go get yourself a chocolate milkshake. If you're not a fan of chocolate milkshakes like myself, just ignore the chocolate part of the milkshake part and just celebrate National Milkshake Day. Seems like a good thing to do. All right, let's talk about some national weather history on this date. Let's see. Let me reload the page here. On Friday, September 12th, 2025, on this date in 2023, Apple unveiled the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Plus. Well, they just unveiled the iPhone 17 and all the new things the other day. I was actually watching that video last night, trying to see. Well, my wife and I need new watches. You probably noticed I haven't worn a watch recently. Our kids' watches broke, so we decided to dumb down the iPhone Apple Watch and give them our old Apple Watches, kidify them for sure, and then my wife and I need to get new watches. In 1984, Michael Jordan signed a 7-year contract to play basketball with the Chicago Bulls. Love me some Michael Jordan. In 1979, I'll leave that name for somebody else to figure out. Yasser Muriski of the Boston Red Sox, I can't say that name, maybe you can help me out, became the first American League player to get 3,000 career hits and 400 career home runs. Cool stuff there. In 1970, Josie and the Pussycats, the cartoon, debuted on CBS. 1966, the Monkees TV show premiered on NBC. In 1954, Lassie made its television debut on CBS. The last show aired on September 12th, 1971. So not only did they start on September 12th, 1954, but Lassie ended on September 12th of 1971. Let's see, in 1953, Nikita Khrushchev was elected the first secretary of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. In 1928, Katharine Hepburn made her stage debut to play in the play Tsarina, the Tsarina. 4 years later, she made the film debut in A Bill of Divorcement. And in 1873, the first practical typewriter was sold to customers. 1873, the typewriter. And on this date, September 12th, in U.S. history for weather, let's see, in 1989, snow whitened the mountains in the foothills of northeastern Colorado with 8 inches reported at Buckhorn Mountain just west of Fort Collins. In 1988, an afternoon tornado spawned a tornado which skipped across northern sections of Indianapolis. In 1987, showers and thunderstorms produced heavy rain, which caused flooding in North Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. 3 to 4 inches of rain. In 1979, Hurricane Frederick smashed into Mobile Bay of Alabama, packing 132-mile-per-hour winds. In 1977, that's the year I was born, thunderstorms produced heavy rain in Kansas City, producing upwards of 18 inches of rain. In a very short amount of time, 25 people had lost their lives. And in 1882, hot and dry winds caused tree foliage in eastern Kansas to wither and crumble away. There's all your history stuff. If you're a history buff, we'll take you back outside. Show you what it looks like at Fox Road Marina, West Knoxville. Any boaters out there want to get out and enjoy some boating weather? Oh, come on, Chris. Come on, my friends. Good. I'm glad I know these things. I'm glad I know these things about you. Next time I see you, I'm going to give you a big old bear hug. You better believe it. Eva, if I ever see you, I'm going to give you a hug as well. Morning, Vinay. What's up, Charlotte? How are you this morning? By the way, we got Farmers Market Saturday 10 to 2 at the Tractor Supply stores. We'll be in Seymour. Felicia says, come see her. Mike gives great hugs and he smells good. Thanks, Lisa. I am a hugger. I think I asked you. I was like, can I give you a hug? I'm not going to do handshakes. Handshakes are lame. Hugs are better. Yeah, there we go, Mel. Hugs are good for the soul. Yes, they are. Chocolate malted shakes are your favorite. I do like a malted milkshake. Not all the time, but had the Atari brown box with joysticks, then the Pong yellow one. That's awesome. I played some serious Atari back in the day before Nintendo came around. Yummy to chocolate shakes. I'm with you on that one, Cheryl. Jamocha shakes from Arby's are my favorite. We've talked about this on the platform before. That and a potato cake from Arby's. You're making me hungry for Arby's. And I cannot tell you the last time I had an Arby's. I've got a hubby who will be celebrating video game day today. There you go. Let's see. Carbonox smartwatches want something to last? Yes, I do. Check them out. I've had mine since February 2023. Works with Apple and Android iPhones. Ooh, Ruth. Carbonox smartwatch. I'll have to keep that in mind. It's true. You better watch yourself, bud. You don't care how I smell? You better when I give you a hug. Maybe I won't put on deodorant and cologne and then give you a hug. And then will you care? What's up, Justin? Hugs are the best. When will it get cold again? Not for a couple weeks, my friend. Not for a couple weeks. We'll do some climate data in the weeks to come to see how it all plays out. Have a wonderful Friday, Cheryl. My kids had Atari and Super Nintendo. Always the best. Always the best. I need to go play some video games with my kids a little bit, right? Don't forget, this morning's Wake Up with the Witcher is sponsored by Farm Bureau Insurance. If you're looking for insurance, give them a shout. Great organization right here across the state of Tennessee. I do appreciate you joining me here this morning. Of course, we got a big old Football Friday tomorrow morning. You know what that means, right? It's been a hot minute, but the orange suit is coming back tomorrow. So I hope you join at 8 o'clock Saturday for a live weather update. The weather's great. The weather's quiet. The weather's calm. The weather's perfect. I know you don't need to come for the weather, but thanks for coming to me each and every day and all East Tennessee weather platforms. Don't forget to like and subscribe everything, share important information for community awareness. Not really much going on right now, but I've also got a YouTube channel, Roku, Amazon Fire, website, and of course the all-important East Tennessee weather app. So don't forget to scan that QR code and download the East Tennessee weather app or go to your app store and search East Tennessee weather. Have a great Friday, everybody. Blessed to see you every single day. Be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. See you back here tomorrow.